with the caustic and with the stun and heal combo.
Yeah.
So you have to watch your positioning a bit in that lane as the Luna, even the AA.
That combo is vicious, so something obviously Fnatic are going to be wary of and try not to get the Luna caught out too many ally creeps. But yeah, so Nako gets the bash connection, which means that they're going to get the first blood.
Just controlling the creep wave and denying a bunch, but mid one as well is very strong in this lane. Denby maybe bleeding by a couple CS, but nothing too crazy. Top
There
lane,
we go.
first
So
move.
Niko, after he goes down in the bottom lane, joins action at the top, which helps with the heal bomb factor a bit, and they try to burst down Mushi. They almost get down that Sand King, but the Shallow Grave is going to be coming out from Artstyle, and we'll keep him alive and well. They look for a second kill on DJ, and they're going to get it. Burrow will cancel that TP, and NaVi's come right and hit Fnatic where it hurts, and that's the mid lane right now.
Two perfect movements, and now mid one is... He is not happy. He was struggling already a bit in the CS department, and then losing his bottle, getting no real help from the Riki either. It's really hurting him right now.
He's going to have to
They got the move now on Dendy,
his
though.
tiptoes. Mid lane, though, yep, they get the nice strike. Just when I try to even think about criticizing 343 about moving around the map, he does show up in the mid lane. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to take down Dendy, so they'll have to let that one go. But you could just see Fnatic are ready to, you know, rally behind mid one if possible when they know he's a bit weak. But so Niko, you blink one moment, he's doing something else elsewhere, and he's going to be able to strike and take down that 343 Riki. Really what it's all about. And with all these kills coming together, he's going to get a quick level 6. He's going to get a quick track, and Navi's going to be very happy about that one. Fnatic looking to kind of get some momentum back their way here at the bottom lane. They're in pursuit. Can they get to Ira? The Moonlight Shadow does come out from Dendy. Keeps him good for now, but not good enough. Eventually the chase will be on, and they'll be able to sense him and take him down. Meanwhile, top lane, so Niko, MVP of the early game right now, in a bit of trouble, but that same Midnight Shadow keeps him alive, but not for Luna. They're going to be able to take her down. It's NaVi who get another strike their way. Mid one suddenly shows up in the top lane, and he's in pursuit, and he will be able to get the takedown of Dazzle. It's absolute bloodshed all over this top lane, as they will also find another kill. It's General picking up a double at the end of the day.
And Niko denies himself.
Just ridiculous.
Also, I think Ditchira was trying to complete his, or pick up parts of his Soul Ring, and we've seen this happen. We saw it happen to Tumba Man at the Manila Major too, accidentally building the Tranquil Boots, trying to build up to the Basilius or Soul Ring.
Can these fancy shoes get you out of trouble though, Ditchira? Oh, another bash conveniently coming up for Ohio. They drop down the smoke. He turns around, lashes out some auto attacks on the 343, but it's not going to be enough. He makes it away. Dendy steps in, intercepts, and is able to help out. Meanwhile, so Niko continues the chase and finishes off 343. And now they're thinking about maybe making go on Ohio. Arrow not going to be catched. Ohio does a sidestep and will avoid it, but NaVi is good on the AoE, but you have to factor in the extra few steps Mushi will be able to get away from. And now look at them quick to turn the pace back around. Artstyle
very in trouble here.
He's trying to move on forward, and unfortunately he walks right into the posse of Fnatic, and they make quick work of him. They're going to look for a possible follow-up, trying to get a hold of General here. He turns the corner towards the side shot, but look who's there to body block him a bit. It's the Riki. Slashes him in the back. They get the Lucid Beam, slow him down with a smoke screen, and they'll get it done. They take down General. That actually, it's quite the process to build up a recovery play.
Yeah, I think here the supports from Fnatic should be, at least the Riki should be following around the bounty as best as possible.
Oh my, he gets again, twice in one game. So Niko, the chicken assassin. Hunter. I don't know if there's a dust on any other Fnatic members here, but
that was a little awkward.
Yeah, they're able to make it away. Yeah, that was definitely a bit awkward. Oh. 343 walks into a sentry from the other side, and he'll actually go down. NaVi all up here. The family of Yellow is here to play. Fnatic need to be very careful.
Yeah,
already tracks are coming out. Ooh, Arrow just off the mark on that one. Below half of his life, but he still has that Eclipse in the pocket, just in case Navi get a bit too frisky here.
DJ,
Oh, but they don't want to go for Mushi. They make the move for DJ instead, and even then General's playing this one a bit safe, trying to juke and jive now within the trees. Ohio committing in straight up north, and he does commit the Chrono as he spots out the Stand King here, and it's from the outside that both of the Fnatic teammates will be able to contribute a little bit of damage that gets the finish. Absolutely right. Obviously, in the best case scenario for your Void, you're looking to debut your Chrono by setting up a huge momentum swinging fight, but this one very defensive, and Navi dictating when it's going to be used. Ice Blast flies in, the first one of the game, going to be connecting on not one but two there, so Niko needs the grave to stay alive, but Artstyle doesn't have a grave for himself, but suddenly a turnaround play. It's General who shows up just in time with a beautiful burrow strike, and he secures a mega kill streak for himself.
Laning phase, but he's not a stun, he's not a real disable or anything, he's just an AoE damage potential in team fights.
So Fnatic trying to, what looks like possibly be laying a trap for a 12-minute rune jump, but NaVi not in the neighborhood, but they end up going into the NaVi neighborhood, but they go right to the up ground, or the high ground rather, and NaVi are there waiting for him and take him down. Not just one, maybe two, as they make the jump for the Riki. The Riki, though, able to make his own jump over to his ally and make some space, moves in, pops the dust, but everything out in a beautiful cookie cutter fashion.
Yeah, preparing in a very good fashion, definitely.
Okay, now Fnatic, though, we have to look their way now that we know that NaVi have pretty much everything they can ask for at this point in the game. What are Fnatic going to do? And the first thing they want to do is bottom lane, but a burrow sidesteps and avoids the ice blast, but look who sneaks in from behind. It's the little dirty Ditya moving in and popping off the searing arrows, gets the one swift kill. Ohio shows up, drops down the chrono. It is going to be on to 2. Can they get the finish for General? Oh, a Shallow Grave is going to be there and keeps him alive. Can he make it away and create the space? Does get a burrow off for Mushi. Can they help finish him off? They can! Dendy steps in with a Starstorm and will get it done and gets the follow-up kill. NaVi looking to completely take over this game number 1 of best of 3 series. Finishes with Ditya getting a killing spree, and we're not done yet, so Nico gets another one.
Oh, and they're going to keep going.
It's going to be a 5-man wipe with a track to sprinkle on top of this beautiful and delicious NaVi cake. He does make a valiant jump over, but it's not going to be good enough. Dendy gets that one. He gets a killing spree, and NaVi are up and above at 14-6.
Woo! 4 or 5 track kills there, but
they actually got that tier 2 tower, so they got a little bit of extra money, but...
And it does look like the Dazzle is actually building the mech, so instead of going for that medallion, he's going for that mech for himself.
So I'm curious what Sunico's going to do. Meanwhile, easy kill on the Iceman. DJ's going to crumble apart into a... It's just going to grow tremendously here, but it looks like NaVi are going to be sending in some reinforcements, because Fnatic, hello, how you doing? So Nico might be taking the gank on this one, and it looks like he will. Are NaVi going to consider a counterplay? They already have a TP in. They're going to cancel it. So Fnatic will be graced with one nice little bounty hunter pick, but they're not done, actually. They're making a move on in. They saw Dendy leap into the woods, and they will not catch her in time. That Eclipse beam, I thought was a Lucent beam at first, is not going to be able to cancel it. Meanwhile, on the other side, another bring in as they take down the following art style support. Oh, look at this. Ohio intercepts and catches General and Ditya trying to come to the bottom lane. General's going to be in trouble here. They popped out the dust. He's able to burrow and Sandstorm and blink. Oh, he makes it out. That was close. Or...
Well, they definitely farm faster than Fnatic, just with their items and everything that build up. They pressure and they move the map in and kind of like collapse on Fnatic harder, so I don't think they're on too much of a timing window just yet, just because of that factor.
Another bit of harassment here. Looks like we'll be able to time walk off the damage. Meanwhile, down in front of the Roche pit, bit of a trade. Tricks of the trade comes out from 343, and Midwan just kind of stepping in with a slide of the fist, but they both get hit up with a track, and they get on back. They are going to be spotted, though. General in pursuit, goes for the burrow, and they will get the quick assassination, taking out Captain 343 on the back lines. Are they done there, though? Man, look at all the damage that Diggy's able to pump out, but look at the counterplay. 3-man chrono, slide of fist, but no real damage. Follow-up is going to be there by Fnatic. But now moving in is going to be Mushi with the Eclipse, and he's going to be able to blow up Sonico. General follows up, though, with a huge epi himself, and they're going to get the cleanup of Mushi. Meanwhile, they move back over. Midwan, orchid it up. He gets the kill, but he will lose his own life for it. NaVi still getting out the better end of this fight, and with a follow-up that looks like could be happening here on the tier 2. Especially once
they do pick up that gem, as I was mentioning.
Yeah, it seems to be plateaued for now, but once like that Battle Fury gets complete for Midwan's Ember Spirit, and Mushi's damage begins to kind of skyrocket a bit, their farm will really accelerate here. Oh, 343 going to be forced to dish out the tricks of the trade to stay alive. Meanwhile, General kind of flirting around with Midwan a bit, gets forced back into safety, and they allow 343 to make a nice little jump to the high ground. General says, no, you're not going anywhere, jumps in with a burrow strike, but they still won't get the finish yet. Meanwhile, over, DJ going to get hit with a track, turnaround Eclipse, a lot of damage for Ditya. Great, but a beautiful follow. Chrono comes up from Ohio, the lockman place, but the turnaround play from General. Oh, what an epicenter, right into the heart of Fnatic, and does force him back. No one to go down except for 343, but there's going to be the follow-up takedown of the AA. Can they get Mushi? Dendy wants him. Old rivals of Dota going toe-to-toe, and it's going to be Dendy who gets the last shot in the ass right there and takes him down. NaVi with a 1-for-3 trade, and now they can securely move back and take some objectives. Ohio, though, still in lane farming. Gets hit up with a track. Time Walk makes it back and away here. Dendy looking to lamp the shot. Bad.
Yeah, they do have the Ethereal Blade now for Dendy, though, so he's actually enormous. Yes. His damage potential, his
Slide of Fist, Age of Steel. Do we believe? He went for it, but it was a bit early. Okay, Ohio says, I'm here now, boys. What are you going to do, Ohio? Oh, no! Oh, no! Jumps right in, eats the F-Blade, gets hit with a Starstorm. He was there, he was feeling it, he went in, but it was too late, and then at that point he was already committed, and it was just unfortunately too awkward.
Yeah, awkward would definitely be the word to use.
Oh no. Now there is no Chronosphere to worry about here if you're Na'Vi. You have an Aegis, you have an extra life. Let's take a tier 2 and let's try to do some work inside the base.
Top tower is under attack.
What's happening? Fnatic falling apart! Trying to go for a TP, didn't make it out. Oh no! Jumps right into the support, which leads to a double stun in general. A victory epi, it feels like, right on top of it. No, things crumbling apart from Fnatic here on the back end of game number 1. But they'll
catch the scan. They do get the Na'Vi heroes scanned up, so they do know they're there. But I don't know if that's the best placement to really take a fight.
Mushi!
Just
Arrow! Oh no! Hit him right in the side. It was a T-bone hit. And that is going to be Dendi, godlike, as he finishes off Mushi. Na'Vi are going to be glad to stay here and see if they can either get the buyback or at least get the tier 3, some damage on the racks. Here comes the sleight of fists, the smoke screen, everything Fnatic can pull out to slow down Na'Vi.
Ditcha has Invincible Hammer, so more than likely the BKB, but still leaving his options open for the Death Zone.
Long Burrow catches on mid-1 with the Orchid follow. Dendi says, I'll finish it, jumps right in, hits with a Starstorm combo and takes him down. Epi's going to be committed here from General, and that's going to force Fnatic back. General connects with the Burrow strike here for Ohio. Can they finish him off before he time walks? Yes, they can. They'll take him down, and Na'Vi might have just put the nail in the coffin, but here comes Mushi back from the dead, back from that arrow connection, steps in with the Eclipse, BK beat up, but still doesn't have enough firepower to finish anyone off. It's all mitigated between Na'Vi, and it's not going to do enough. Mushi still, though, like a warrior, wants to stand and fight, but ultimately he will fall. He goes down for the second time now, and this looks to be the mid laner rack secured for Na'Vi. You tango, noob.
What's a tango? Perseverance.
Get the ring.
You gotta get that. You gotta get that one wood so you can buy your perseverance.
There you go. Okay, though. Fnatic, as mentioned, never say die. They look to take a big fight here, deep into Na'Vi territory to catch him by surprise if possible. 343 commits him with the smoke, but he falls just as fast as he dishes out that smoke. And now the rest of Fnatic could already be on the desperate lead out, but it's not going to be happening. General's there. Huge epicenter connected. Chrono going to be dropped by Ohio. A valiant one at that, but still not going to be enough. They can't get anyone from Na'Vi down, and they're not going to get anyone. Arcel gets off the grave and stays alive. Fnatic lose 4 already. Only mid one is going to be there to survive, but
fights at this point. They drafted a late game draft, and it just not playing versus Na'Vi, especially the way that they played this game, it's not possible to make it to that point.
Boom. Blasted, and that will do it. Fnatic throw in the towel, and Na'Vi will take game number 1 of this lower bracket final best of 3. One of their better dominant showings. I mean, we were expecting Fnatic to be a real tough challenge for them, and they didn't make it look like tough, not in game 1.
Seneko God, this game.
Yeah, Seneko gets to go back to his old bounty hunter roots. Shows Fnatic how to run an invis.
So it looks like Seneko's trying to go for a courier snipe again, but it's not there.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, we see Dendi feeling frisky here, moving in deep for Ohio because he's got Art Style by his side, hits him up with the nuke. And can they burst him down? Caustic is going to be good enough. Dendi with the first blood. But a lot of their heroes can really benefit it. Okay, Ohio's dead.
They caught him in the creep wave, I guess.
Yeah. They just got jumped.
Whoa, Mushi, you are way too far up
there's
right
a tier
now.
1 there above you. You can't be so far south now, can you? We've been seeing this a couple times from Fnatic through this tournament. Maybe a bit of overzealous behavior, and Mushi's going to get punished for it. Dendi happy to kind of hop on board with that. Burrow's right in for DJ. Does he know that 2 other Fnatic members are right then and there? It's not going to stop him. They get the quick, swift kill, taking out DJ, and now comes mid 1. He's back. He's like, okay, there's action here now. He charges on forward, pops the RP, and says, I want Dendi blood, and takes him out. Man, he'd been waiting a while. It's like the first time mid 1 came in, he was disappointed nobody was there, and the second something broke out, he's like, I'm coming back, boys. It's the Void. He goes for an admirable setup, but then that's the Sand King waiting in the pocket, and able to pull out a counterplay. We'll see if we're going to have it again. Meanwhile, bottom lane, mid 1 going to get netted up, commits in with the skewer and the RP, all for Chen, and Chen's like, no real problem here, but then he does go down. General, though, jumps on in like a party, drops down the Starstorm, and quickly walks away with a double kill, making it well worth it for Na'Vi, boys. Yeah, he's off to an all-star start on his Alchemist right now.
Seneko.
Seneko's been spotted. 343 had been parked in that spot for quite a while, and he's not catching Pokemon. He's looking to catch a bounty hunter here. Pops out the dust, but they can't quite get the finish, and here comes the turnaround play. Dendi, beautiful connection with a 2-man Burrow strike. They're tracked up, and their money waiting for Na'Vi if they can get these kills. There's a nice smoke, but it's not going to stop him. Mid 1 tries desperately to commit a defensive RP, but that's not going to be good enough either. It's looking like a possible disaster again here. At least get some extra vision. Uh-oh, we got an epi charging up from Dondo. Moves on in, gets the Burrow connection from Mushi, but did he bite off more than he can chew here. It looks like he may have. He ends up going down. Mushi barely alive, able to make it back and away, while Ohio commits on forward with the chrono. Meanwhile, on the outskirts, mid-1 pops off the shockwave nuke damage. Can they get the finish for Dendy? Yes, they can. Suddenly we see Fnatic win a fight their way. Fnatic, though, mid lane will look for an objective trade. Arrow connects on the Void. NaVi begin to rotate in. Can they burst down this Void? No, they got a smoke screen to stop Dendy from doing anything, and then they quickly pop off the chrono here. Can they burst him down? Hand of God and a mech is going to be good enough to keep him alive and well, and now they'll look for the follow finish. Tracked up Ohio, set to go down, will go down, and meanwhile they also clean up little DJ's Rubik. Now Mushi desperately slithering
away,
gonna
clean this fight up.
But they're going to get everybody here. Mid-1 says, get the hell away from Mushi, and shoves him to the low ground, hands over his own life for Mushi, while Mushi is going to be able to TP away to safety, but Fnatic have already lost 3.
Potential.
Ohio is parked inside the trees here, hoping to set up a good chrono, waiting for the jump in from Dendy. Dendy, though, already forced out, and Ohio got caught right in the mix. I don't know if an arrow hit him or not, but he walked right into a stun or something.
What happened? I think it was an arrow, right?
Yeah, I think he leapt right into an arrow, and he goes down right away.
He had like a 2 or 3 man chrono, and then he just
it would have
stunned and died instantly.
Dendy also just forced out from that situation so quick. I don't even know if it would have been a big chrono, but anything would have been better than eating an arrow on the way in, though.
Yeah, Octarine now finished up for Ditchera. He's pretty much unkillable.
And you're just like, we gotta go in, and then you fall face forward. Meanwhile, NaVi continue their siege. Tier 3 in jeopardy. Dendy decides to make the move, jumps on in for Ohio. He gets taken down along with General, popping out the Starstorm. Mid-1 says, I'm gonna shove you right back in the fountain, you son of a gun! Tries to take him down, but he's got the Ghost Scepter, and it keeps him alive! He actually walks out, and it seems like he may be able to live, but no, finally they're able to bring down his Aegis. Meanwhile, an absolute chaotic fight to break out here on the back-end side. It looks like they will be losing art style as Mushi and company trek on forward, but Dendy responds with the Epi and is able to quickly take down little Ohio on his buyback play. Base structures. All the meanwhile. Shoved back onto Ditya.
It's like, oh, we got him back here, but uh-oh.
Yep. Got the stolen cog, but it's like,
oh,
did we bring him back to kill him, or did we bring him back to kill us faster? It's feeling like the latter, unfortunately.
Mushi's still very survivable, though.
Here goes Fnatic's YOLO play here now.
Yeah, last effort from Fnatic.
YOLO
here.
play.
But then NaVi knows.
Hello, everybody. They just casually rock right in the middle of Fnatic. Are they even suspecting it? Ohio makes the jump. He wants to go for Dendy, catches him with the chrono here. Mushi trying to help out, but they don't have that firepower, and they can't get it done. Mushi tries to follow up with a Stone Gaze. Are NaVi going to get caught out by it? Artstyle maybe. Forced to the low ground. No, he's actually just forced within the trees. They still spot him out, and they will still shoot him down. Meanwhile, mid-1 shoves General to the low ground now. Ohio in pursuit gets him off with the time dilation. Mid-1 surrounds Dendy. Fnatic might be able to get some good money their way. But Ditya, the big man, the beast here, is the one who still stands strong, and he's happy to just shrug on forward. He's going to chop on down little DJ like he's nuttin'. Medusa.
It's like the best farming build as a first item.
Absolutely.
But you're also very susceptible.
Yeah. Not often shown in competitive play. Yeah. Definitely not often shown late game in competitive play.
Yep. We do the chrono. Catch Suneko.
Catch Suneko. Get that bounty hunter down. Can
she's dead, though.
Yeah, but everyone else in the back line is dead. General leapt up and over the chrono and out from danger. And now is going to be the final result here, is they will be able to Shrek them down. Mid-1 gets off his big RP and his big charge, but he charges right into his own demise, and that's going to be game. Fnatic get 5-man wipe there at the end, and even after the Megas, they wanted to fight it out. Now it's over. High fives all around. NaVi have done it. They're going to be going to the grand final, and they will face Secret in a best of 5 coming up soon.
Yep, they look pretty good. They're happy.